Hello, YouTube, and hello, Ninth Age community. This is Charles the Evershade Gaming, and I've got another Ninth Age battle report. This is a friendly game, 4,500 points, Ogre Cons versus Dread Elves. Let's get into it. This is my deployment. We played Encircle, and we played King of the Hill. My opponent needs to capture the fence on my side of the field, the wall that I've got a marker on, and I need to capture that water terrain piece. So starting from the far left and going towards the right, I've got a chariot, and I've got my Hydra and my dragon. I've got my 5 Dark Riders, another chariot on the inside of the building, my 25 spears, my 18 Judicators, and then 2 things of 15 auxiliaries, and another Kraken. And that's just another picture of my deployment. Here's my opponent and his shaman and his spouse, General Tomb. He's got Thaumaturgy, so he's got Children of Umi, Cleansing Fire, Hand of Heaven, Wrath of God, and Smite the Unbeliever. I've got Quicksilver Lash and Word of Iron on my Adept of Alchemy, the Temple Exarch. And then my Master of Cosmology has Perception of Strength, Unity of Divergence, Curse of the Phantom Queen, and Touch of the Heart. Here's my opponent's deployment. So he's got 3 monsters, 2 Rocker Rocks, and 1 Frost Mammoth. They do look a little similar, but you can see that the one on the left in the picture starting his deployment is this Frost Mammoth because it's got 2 riders on it. So he's got a Frost Mammoth, his big block of Tribesmen with his BSB in it, and his Shaman. He's got 3 packs of 4 Bombardiers, 2 more Rock Rocks, and then another 8 pack of Bruisers to round out his army. There's his BSB and his Shaman looking lovely. And this is my Vanguard of my Dark Riders over just behind the building. Didn't want to get shot at. Didn't think they'd have anywhere good to go. And then we go into my turn 1. So I've got kind of just wanted to zone on the right and move the dragon back over. And other than that, I just felt I would play a little concertedly at the start. Didn't really feel like I had the stuff on the right flank to really push against those 2 Rocker Rocks. And it's kind of dicey with the dragon. And since we're the same charge, and unfortunately I had my magic on one side of the field. So and then going into magic, I put Curse of the Phantom Queen up. And in shooting, I just get a single wound off on the Frost Mammoth. Going to my opponent's turn, this is just straight into his magic face. He Hand of Heaven's off my Kraken with 1 go, which really stunk. And then he gets the Wrath of God down, so really effective magic phase. He takes a little bit of damage from his shooting when he, I think he maybe puts a wound on something with this Bombardier unit. I used my Curse of the Phantom Queen to kill one of his Bombardiers. But other than that, he puts another wound on the Hydra over here. He didn't move up all that much either. He did move one of his Rock Rocks just over to the other side of the field. And yeah, that's about it, really. He did move up aggressively with this Frost Mammoth, though. Which, again, I know I didn't get a good picture of his movement. And I decided to charge it. I was able to make it with my spears and a chariot, and I felt pretty good about that. The chariot has 2 wounds on it. I think that must have been from the Bombardier shooting. And then other than that, I moved up my I moved my fast cav up around the building. Again, I don't love the idea of them just getting shot, but I also kind of wanted them to be in a place where I might be able to use them. And other than that, I'm just going to use my auxiliaries to pick on his tribesman unit, and then to the point where I think I might be able to charge them. And my dragon's just sort of completing his fly over the building, just sort of trying to find a good place to be, but also to not just get shot up by lots of magic, but also maybe to move towards that tribesman block too. My opponent not my opponent. I put a Unity of Virgins up on my spears to give him a 5 of Aegis, and the Wrath of God does come down and does do some damage to my auxiliaries and my Judicators. I think this is yeah, this is swinging from shooting. I think I take out an ogre. Not too bad. And then into combat, we are able to kill the Frost Mammoth, and I'm almost able to get an overrun into the Bombardiers. I missed it by a single inch with that chariot. That could have been very, very helpful to just tie down one of those Bombardier units. If anything, maybe even start a cascading effect of wrapping up those Bombardiers, since those chariots are good work in combat, but now it's just probably going to get shot. So a bit of a bummer. And I think my toe is sticking out for his tribesman to charge too. Or nope, that's not it. Not this turn. Maybe later. We'll see. So my my opponent just kind of shuffles his rock over. He's able to chaff the spears with the doggy here. And other than that, yeah, he's able to chaff the other chariot with the another tiger, just in case things go poorly. And other than that, he's kind of pushing me back on the right, and I kind of keep giving ground every turn. And yeah, that's kind of how this game is moving around. That's the tempo of the game right now. He gets a hand in Havenoff, and he kills 4 Adjudicators, which hurts because these guys are good, and that's a lot of points. And then he shoots off my chariot. He does a little bit of shooting, I think, onto this unit right here. And yeah, this is really jumping ahead. Wow. I thought I was taking a lot more pictures than I thought I did. So in my turn 3, I charge the dog with my spears and my dragon. And I feel like looking back, I think there was some shuffling that might have happened afterwards, or actually no, I think the angles there is just kind of on a weird side. But I was able to charge the dog with my dragon and my spears with the dragon, and I had an overrun into the rock with my dragon, and then my spears were going to attempt to overrun to try and at least threaten this shooting. My toe ends up getting caught by my unit barely overran, maybe like 3 inches or something like that. So they're end up going to get caught by these tribesmen, but I did make it into his rock with my dragon charging, so that is helpful. And this is where we're at. So he charges here. Yep, yeah, we put the arc down there. He's just kind of able to see that back guy, so they make it in. I kind of have to hold. I'm either going to flee all over the place and probably get caught, or yeah, I was kind of hoping I might just land somewhere safe, maybe keep the wizard alive. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So this is how my opponent does the rest of his moves. I kind of start moving the Hydra and the chariot back, and yeah, he's just kind of moving up his bombardiers, keeping them going, trying to do damage, and yeah. He puts another Wrath of God down here, which is frustrating. I guess I can't stop him. Oh, but that's right. That's the one I don't have to stop, or I don't have to stop him anymore, because he was using 5 dice like a man who has no fear, and he's able to get another Wrath of God off, but it costs him his shaman's life. So that kind of was very fortunate, very big. No more magic from the ogres, so that was nice. Yeah, my fast cab gets shot off, I believe, at this point. Oh no, this is the fast cab that got killed last turn. This is where the Hydra got shot off, which was really disappointing. I thought, between 2 bombardiers, just putting 5 more wounds on my Hydra in one turn of shooting. Brutal. Yeah. Oh, that was rough. And then in this combat, I come in and I do 4 wounds, which was just not good enough. I think I even had the alchemy, because I have a 1-up armor save, or maybe even just a 2-up armor save on the dragon right now. And I even was able to get the flame attribute on him, and I used my breath weapon, and just between all my attacks, I just could only do 4 wounds. Which is kind of disappointing. I felt it was a little bit of a whiff on my part, but maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm not sure what the math is on the breath weapon. The breath weapon with the reroll felt like I should have done more. I think I only got 1 wound with like 7 or so hits, and I only did 1 wound even with the reroll. So bit of a bummer right there, because he sticks, and this definitely makes my life a lot harder. So we go into this, and my spear's going back, killing Ogre, which is elf spears, right? They're going to kind of do that. Other than that, he does much wounds, and he catches me. So I was kind of hoping he only killed, didn't even kill a ton. I would have took a ton of DTs and DTs for the rune, but I was kind of hoping to land on the other side. So I ended up just deciding at this point just to chuck my adjudicators in the rear of his tribesmen. I'm pretty depleted, but I'm kind of hoping that I can win that and maybe almost do the same thing to him, make him take a break test. Maybe he'll break, and maybe I'll have like 2 or 3 guys chase down a whole bunch of points. Other than that, kind of moving my Warlock, my Temple Exarch up just so I can put up a 1-up armor save. I'm throwing 5 dice at this turn. And then other than that, I do have my one of my auxiliaries on the King of the Hill objective, so they just need to stay alive at this point and outshoot that pack of bombardiers that's coming to shoot them too. I do get a quick silver off, and I do 4 wounds to this rock, so that was pretty huge. Now if he charges in, like, I have to take his DTs, or is it not DTs impact hits, but I might be able to kill the rock with the Beastmaster with Transcendence before it does any more damage. So that was pretty huge. Just to roll 4-up and just roll 4 4-ups was a big roll, big hot roll. I don't think I get the armor buff though. I think he's able to stop that. Yeah, I ended up charging this chariot in and just lose it, of course. I don't know. It was kind of like, what can I do at this point? Rather charge it in than get charged. Couldn't really get that far from these guys. They just turned face. Thankfully, they've just been distracted and out of the game the entire time. These guys come in and do some work, clean up a bunch of guys, but then he just hits and wounds just about everything, and takes me off. So that was, I think I needed just to make like a 6-up armor save and a couple points between like some stomps and some other attacks, and I couldn't get it. Just even have 1 guy alive, because I did more wounds to him, I believe, than I think I even had space for, or maybe even with like, it was like the charge and the rear. I did a lot of wounds. I could have won it by 1 easily, but nope, I just couldn't keep anyone alive. I do kill the rock this turn, so that's nice. He turns to face me. He's got some heavy hitters coming down, and they bear down on, this has got to be Ogre turns, his 4. So he comes in. That's going to hurt. I'm full health on the dragon, but a rock to the face is never good for any monster. So so he's turning the face with his with his bombardiers now. Thankfully, he's kind of out for the objective in this, that he can't necessarily push too hard. Thankfully, he doesn't want to necessarily get charged by the auxiliaries, even though they're not that crazy. I do have a couple of good characters in there, or average characters, but just enough that they'd be able to beat up a pack of bombardiers. So he's he has to split his shooting between trying to stop me from zoning him, but also coming down. I think this might be a Wrath of the God. This is the Wrath of God. It does not come down the next 2 turns, which was actually no, it does come down. It came down with a diameter of 2 inches, so that was extremely fortunate this round. If you rolled high and took out like 10 auxiliaries from both these units, this game would be very different. Yeah, 5 wounds. Brutal. Just brutal. He comes in, he gets nice impact hits, does 5 wounds. I want to say I don't issue a duel this turn. I kill the rock. I think I issued a duel, and I don't think I did actually. No, because I was able to kill the rock. Or, I think I did issue a duel, and he declined it with his BSB. Because obviously I want to issue a duel and not take the impact hits. So he declined it. I killed his Rock with my Beastmaster. My dragon did a few wounds, and then I was able to I think lose combat only by 1 or 2, and I stuck on my minimized discipline. So that was pretty big, because now I can just hang around. Yeah, 5 wounds, that hurts. Oh, and I think I did get. I think I did him. I lost my guy here. I think I cast Word of Iron. I think I lost my Temple Exarch here, so it was a bit of a bummer. But at this point, I'm kind of resigned that this game has been funky, and I'm not winning big. But hopefully, I'm not going to lose too big. I do some shooting over here, cause a panic, but they're fine. I did get Word of Iron off, which ends up being quite big. I think I miscast on that. Took another wound or 2. I think I took a wound earlier in the game from a miscast too. And then in this combat, we just I think I eat the champion this round. Yeah. So I think one of my auxiliary units gets blasted off the board, and the other one, the characters bail into it. They lose a bunch of damage, or they take a bunch of damage over the rest of the game, but they're able to stick around in that water, which is pretty big. I kind of think I just cut back a couple. I got my Selection Officer BSB in there, so that's nice. And then we ended up getting a duel with his BSB and my dragon, and I'm just able to withstand everything, and I just crumple him down over 2 turns, kill him over 2 rounds of combat, and that's the end of the game. And the dragon is alive on 1 wound. I've got 2 crossbows in the objective water, and he's able to get 1 bombardier unit on the other objective. So we end up tying the objective, and it comes down to the points. After adding up all the points, it's a 12-8 for the Ogre, so small loss for the Dread Elves, but not too bad. Thanks to Mike for this game in my local area, and thank you for everyone for watching this battle report, and we'll see you soon for more 9th Age content. Take care.